to you, guess that isn't none to you. Yeah. If I give my everything, would that be enough for you? Yeah, yeah. Come and had the best time on the best side. We still up, it's bedtime on the west side. East side, west side, west side, east side. Yeah. Popping out on your side is gonna be.
What is up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. I just got home from bodywork. I did see Fixed by KG Karen today, and as always, she's amazing. I have been having just some issues with my right shoulder, so she dug in there today, got everything out. I just have a couple knots there, so it's been a little bit hard for me to sleep, but as always, she's amazing, so I feel so much better, and I am training upper body today, which I will take you guys along with me later, but I just kind of wanted to give you guys some updates and kind of fill you in on my life, what's been going on. I have taken just a small little step back over the past couple weeks of just pushing content and stuff, just due to the fact I just have had a lot of work and I've just been busy. I did go to Mexico for Core Nutritionals. We had a booth out there at the Fit Weekend. There was an expo and a show, and it was just absolutely amazing. I got to see some of my supporters who have just been following my journey. So getting to see you guys and give you hugs. I know that some of you guys watch the YouTube, and I just want to say how amazing it was to get to see you in person, and I just had such a heartfelt weekend being there. So that was a super fun time. So I was there in Mexico and then came back home, and I just had so many things happening. This past week, I had a client that was competing here. I had clients compete in Florida when I was in Mexico. Everybody's doing amazing. And then I had my client stay with me. I had another client come into town to see me. So I got to train with her and pose with her. And then, my mom came. So I've just had quite a few moving parts and everything over here, plus making sure the house was ready for everybody to come and, stay here. So just a lot going on my end, but had a very good Mother's Day weekend with my mom. It was so awesome to get to see her. She was actually here for work, and she decided to stay with us for the weekend. So I was so happy to see her and get some time with her. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. I've just been having a lot of work and things going on. I'm actually doing some rebranding and stuff with my coaching business. So that's also something that I've been focusing on in the background. So I'm super excited to be able to showcase like what, has been going on behind the scenes when everything is finished, working on building a new website, just so many different things that is just time consuming and all of that, but everything is good. And we are still thriving in off season. Off season is always one of my favorite times, just getting to really push growth, and just having that mental break from stepping away from the stage is also so important, which kind of bleeds into a topic that I just wanted to talk about, because I did have a follower reach out to me, and just they watch my YouTube and they wanted me to kind of dive in a little bit on kind of like what has kept me going through competing for so long. Because as you guys know, I have been competing for 11 years, and I just kind of wanted to share a little bit of my journey and like kind of like my mindset through it all, because I think that is very important. So kind of what started me to get started in bodybuilding was honestly just when Instagram had come out and it was so fresh and new, and I started seeing women doing their fitness stuff, and I started seeing women with building muscle and working out and just their body and their progress. I was so amazed. Like, I've always been a very small person, very petite. And when I saw what those girls looked like and how they were like Amanda Latona was actually somebody that I really looked up to back then. Her and Angelica, they were two people that I had like really looked up to back then. And when I saw their muscle and their growth and just their glutes, like I was like, how did they look like this? Like, I didn't know that lifting weights and eating food would like make somebody look like that. I didn't understand it. It was something that I had never been around. I didn't have a lot of people that were around me that worked out other than, you know, my dad and my brother and like guys that were in my family and stuff, but no one female related. So when I started seeing that female side of women who were training and dieting and looking the way that they looked, it was so intriguing to me. So I actually started my fitness journey right around the time that Instagram started becoming popular, and there wasn't really outreach for me to find like a coach or like understand, like really get knowledge from it. So it was something that took a while for me to kind of even just figure out, because I didn't really have anybody in my corner that could teach me those things. So I was just thinking to myself like, oh, well, it can't be hard, right? Like you just diet and work out, but you have to know how to work out. You have to know how to diet properly. Like all those things make a difference. So I actually just started learning about that and like Googling and researching. And it was just weird because for whatever reason, it just really interested me. So the more I started learning, it's weird because people are like, how did you even get into bodybuilding? I actually was waiting tables at the time, and I had a person that sat in my section that knew Trish Warren and Branch Warren, because I was living in Texas at the time, and that's where they're from. And he ended up sending them my information, and I ended up hearing from Trish Warren, and I ended up started training with her once a week, and she prepared me for my first show. So having somebody that was so involved heavily into the fitness industry, like she really opened that door for me and taught me things that I would have never gotten the opportunity to learn if it wasn't for her. And then after that, I had one more coach, Chris, who he had helped me through my second show. So I just had two people that were in my corner that really had been in the industry for a long time that kind of just fell into my lap. And I was able to really learn from them and grow from them. And then when I did my first show, I absolutely loved it. I didn't do well my first show. I believe I got first call out, but I ended up getting, I think like 8th place or something. Like, I was towards the end of the call out, and the girl that won, I just remember looking at her and she was so muscular and way more muscular than me. And I was just like, oh my gosh, like what a dream body to have. So I think leading into the question of, how have I stayed in it so long? I think just from a competitive aspect, I've always been a very, very competitive person. And anything that I set my mind to do, I don't want to quit until I've reached my best. And I think every single time I would step on stage, I would see the growth and I would see more and more potential out of myself. And it made me not want to quit. It made me just want to say like, okay, not only am I working towards being something better, it was bleeding into my life in so many different aspects that it was helping me stay more organized. It was helping me get a better schedule. It was helping me clear away my bad habits and produce good habits. And I think like it started changing my life in a way that I wasn't expecting. And when I started seeing those changes and how I started, just having a better mindset with my day-to-day schedule, I started doing things that I didn't even know I was capable of doing. There was so much motivation that kind of drove me. And I think also seeing my body change and seeing how good and excited I felt like after shows and whenever I would step on stage, I felt very accomplished. I just told myself, I want to keep going and see where this goes. I had no idea it would lead me here. I had no idea I would be doing this for 11 years. I thought I was just going to do it for a couple years and then move on with my life. But when I started getting more involved in it and learning more, it just was something that really just started changing my life in a way that I couldn't let it go. And then when I started getting better at it, I was like, oh my gosh, like maybe this could be something. And then I was seeing, women that I was looking up to that were winning the Arnold and winning the Olympia. And I was like, oh my gosh, what a dream that would be, And I just told myself, like, Ashlyn, like, you have no idea, like, what you could be capable of if you just put your heart and soul into this and see what happens. And then when I started becoming a coach and I started doing this for other women and being that motivation for other women, it made me not even want to stop even more. Like, I was like, well, not only am I motivating myself now, but now I have a whole team of girls that are looking up to me and I'm motivating them on a day-to-day basis. And that was just something that really drove me, if I'm being 100% honest. So I think now looking back, just thinking about how much fun I had and how I just had no idea what I was getting into, but I love the way that it was making me better in all aspects of my life. And then having to start coaching because it obviously became such a huge passion of mine that I was just like, I have to do this for other women. Like if I feel this way about myself, like I want to be able to give that to other women. It just drove me to keep going. And I just never wanted to give up because I just kept seeing myself get better. And then I saw my athletes around me that were looking up to me, and I just didn't want them. I wanted them to always have someone to look up to and something to push them forward. So yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it kind of just was weird. It was like step by step. I never intended it to be this way. It just ended up going that way. And that's how I feel about anything that you do in life that you pour your heart into. I feel like something beautiful can really come out of it without you even thinking about it that way. Like I didn't start thinking like, oh, I want to step on stage to win. Oh, I want to do this because I want to make money. Oh, like that was never my thought process. It was always, this is exciting for me and I'm motivating other people and I'm changing my life in a good way and I'm changing other people's life in a good way. And if something great comes out of that, then that's obviously the best thing that could happen. But for me, it was just really the passion. It was just the passion that kept me going. And the passion fades sometimes. You're not going to have passion every single day. You're not going to have that motivation and that fire every single day. But you will get moments where you remember why you started. And you will get moments where you're like, oh my gosh, like this is what has kept me going. This is why I kept going. And, you know, you're going to have downtimes where you question everything. You're going to have downtimes where you're like, oh my gosh, like life is lifing right now. And I don't know if this is right for me. I don't know if I should continue to pursue this. But you should always follow what your heart says. And my heart has always said, keep going. And for whatever reason, I've just always had it in my gut that I can't give up on myself, that this is something that God has intended for me to do, as to help other women and keep just doing something that gives me that passion. And I think anything in life, in order for you to keep going in something, you have to have that fiery passion. And you have to just understand that it's not always going to be lit. There's going to be times that it's not, and there's going to be times that it is. But that doesn't mean that you should give up. It just means that you have to push through those times. And then you'll see at the end, like beautiful, like the most beautiful things can come out of it. But you have to decide when it's right for you, because if it's not giving you those feelings and it's not giving you that reminder that this is where I'm supposed to be, then, you know, maybe that's just not your path, and that's okay. But I think that it's very important to know that like you are going to struggle and you are going to have times where you question everything. And that's normal. And it's something that I go through at least once or twice a year. It's something that I question. I questioned that when I got 8th at the Olympia, I believe it was 2023. You know, I questioned it then. And then, you know, when I got 6th, I questioned it then. And then, you know, obviously when I got 2nd, I felt like that was like gave me reassurance. And then when I won the Arnold UK, that gave me even more reassurance that this is the path that I'm supposed to be on. But if I would have given up when I got 8th, I would have never gotten to where I am now. So I think that like, yes, the competitive drive, yes, the motivation from just wanting to continue to set out to what I intended to do. You know, I think that all of those things play a huge factor, but at the end of the day, this is what gives me passion, and I'm never going to give up on something that gives me passion, because I would be lost without it. And, you know, amazing things in my life have become of it. And now I have a huge group of athletes and women that I get to surround myself with who motivate me on a daily basis, which is incredible to be able to have this type of platform to not only help people that are a part of my team, but even people that aren't. You know, people who watch my YouTube, or people that, you know, come to my page just for motivation with training or whatever it is. And I just wanted to kind of give you guys a little bit of a background of that, because when I got that question in my inbox, I was like, oh my gosh, this is perfect, because I did want to kind of give you guys more of an insight of, you know, where I came from and how I literally came from nothing. When it comes to the bodybuilding world, I had to learn a lot of things on my own. I had to figure out a lot of things. I've used a few different coaches to get me to where I am today. And then I finally found that right recipe. But even during the times, I never gave up on myself and I kept going. And I just maybe this is something that you needed to hear to just push you to that next level and to get you kind of like locked in. But yeah, I just thought that would be something cool for you guys to know about me and share a little bit about my journey. But really right now we're just in a great place. I'm super excited for the next couple weeks, just bringing you guys along. So we're going to do some training today. Like I said, I had body work earlier, and then I have some client stuff I have to get done today. So I'll take you guys on the training in just a little bit, but I hope you guys enjoy the rest of this episode, and I'm sending you guys all the love. Thank you so much for watching as always, and we will be back in a little bit.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Free band, turn shit up again. Whatever gonna take to get liberal as you can. Cutting ties with all my friends. Holding down that road, I can't go again. Fuck boy, you know what I'm saying? Still on that business, girl, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Atlanta nigga twin, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. They say twin.
Know what I'm saying? Outside is back to what it was, you know what I'm saying?
All right, guys, we're here at New Tech. We are doing shoulders today. So I'm gonna take you through my shoulder workout. We're still targeting same movements for my upper body days. My back days are a little bit different, but my upper body is basically the same movements. So we're gonna do this machine, which is lateral raise. I love this machine. Let's get to it.
Look, Albany Marina, they done served us 100 subpoenas. I done got my shit inside arenas like Gilbert Arenas. I remember lobster ravioli up at Serafina. I was in a dream hotel before I was in a loop like a carabiner. Yeah. And shout to all the sweet teens from Wilhelmina who tell me at the white party, Drake, I love the album, man. Well, I mean, you're kinda genius. And like Dip said, they really mean it. Yeah, I need compliments cause lately it's just falling outs and disagreements. Industry is really evil. And I face the way they paint me, but it hurts just like the Philly Eagles. LA love the sound, I could play a show for 1 million people. Don't be surprised, you see the whole YMCA just like the village people. These niggas measuring they dick size in millimeters. I rack up a tab in Chanel cause I do buy everything like I'm Middle Eastern. But I realize it's gotta get a little deeper. Other than me talking about the way I'm flipping dough like Little Caesars. I'm trying to catch one of you boys stargazing in the field like little leaguers. Yeah, and ain't no passes for you crip walking. All of that diss talking, kiddo, beat it. I'm supposed to be my brother's keeper, so don't make us hit another buzzer beater. And don't be suddenly eager to hit me up and have no discussions either. Now you gotta plan a meeting with me just like the Russian leader and shake my fucking hand in front of other people. Yeah, fuck the chatter. Since 2009 as I climb the ladder, they envy me like Nevada, but it never mattered. My niggas run the phone soon as you check into prison. Your niggas run and talk to hold for a second opinion. Me, I stood 10 T's and accepted the mission. Cause I much rather death than submission. How can you press the ignition and let some memories of the past affect your decision? I love you.
All right, guys, we are on to shoulder press now. So we're gonna see what we're capable of today. You see that? That's what I'm talking.
Patience as you. When do they look up to you? Guess that isn't up to you. Yeah. If If I get my everything, would that be enough for you? Yeah, yeah. Come and had the best time on the best side. We still up, it's bedtime on the west side. East side, west side, west side, east side. Yeah. Popping out on your side, it's gonna be a party. Yeah. Candy pink paint job, she pull up like a Barbie. Ref when he so drunk, he just play Nicki, then some Cardi. I'm sorry. Before you and O, they getting kicked up out the lobby. Girl, you know what's up with me, I pull up in a heartbeat. She wanna go next door, she wanna me party. She said she was Persian and started speaking Farsi. I don't know what's up with me lately. I say I'm alone, she said that's not something you should be. Appreciate you reaching out, don't be too concerned about me. You know that I'm drinking, smoking, thinking. Please stop asking me when are we linking, it's Iceman season. I don't know what's up with me lately. Yeah, I just wanna see a boy beg on the pavement.
All right, guys, so we're doing rear delt pulls and then we're doing front raises. So I'm gonna do the single arm front raise today. I really want to work on this shoulder, making sure that it's activating properly. This is a shoulder that always like bothers me the most, and it's actually a little bit weaker than this side. So I'm doing a single arm front raise just to make sure that I'm not using this arm to pull up more than I'm using this one. I want to make sure that they're both pretty equal. So I'm going to do this just to make sure that I'm getting my strength up, making sure the activation is still there. So that's why we're doing this today instead of the double. And then I'll probably do that throughout my season just to make sure that this shoulder is still getting activated properly, growth properly, and I just need to make sure that this one is keeping up to par with this shoulder. So that's why we're doing this today. And it is a little bit harder. This is like not a lot of weight, as you can see. But since we're doing single, it is a little bit tough. Plus this shoulder got heavily worked on today, and so it's a little bit tender. So it is a little bit harder to do today, but our goal is to get strength up doing these. So that's another thing that I'm just working on right now. So this is where we're at, but single arm today with this movement.
I just wanna see a boy struggle with the pavement. If he trippin' with the gang, I just might get that boy here for entertainment. If he trippin' with the gang, I just wanna see a boy working on a day shift and a night shift. That's how I feel. I just wanna see that boy struggle with the phone bill and a light bill. That's how I feel. I just wanna see a boy beg on the pavement. If he trippin' with the gang, come and had the best time on the best side. We still up, it's bedtime on the west side. East side, west side, west side, east side. Popping out on your side, it's gonna be a party. Yeah. Candy pink paint job, she pull up like a Barbie. Yeah. Ref when he so drunk, he just play Nicki, then some Cardi. I'm sorry.
Fuck.
Before you and O, they getting kicked up out the lobby. Girl, you know what's up with me, I pull up in a heartbeat. She wanna go next door, she wanna me party. Hey, yeah. I don't know what's up with me lately. Back at it.
Conductor.
For real. Shout out Ref 1. Yeah. Alright. You think I didn't see that you stayed silent? That's like you endorsing it all. May as well stand behind them. I stood beside you, thought there was some good.
All right, guys, we are done. That is a wrap. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. As always, I am starving, so it's time to go eat. I was actually really happy today. I was looking at myself training, and I was really proud of me staying in pretty good shape right now. I'm pretty proud. So we'll see. We're gonna still push the limits. We're gonna see where we go. But I'm super happy with where we're at. I'm excited to continue taking you guys along this journey. I love you all. I'm hungry, so let's go eat. And I will see you guys next week. Mwah.